Picture this. A man sitting alone in a dark room, staring at his empty bank account. Rent is due tomorrow. His family has stopped believing in him. His friends have moved on with their lives. And he's asking himself the same question for the 100th time. Should I give up? This is the story of someone who failed not once, not 10 times, but 100 times before tasting success. And if you're watching this right now, feeling stuck, feeling like nothing is working for you, this motivational story is going to change the way you see failure forever. His name was Marcus, 28 years old, living in a small apartment in Brooklyn, New York, and he had a dream that everyone around him called unrealistic. He wanted to build his own business, become financially free, and prove to the world that someone from nothing could become something. But here's the thing about dreams. They don't come with a roadmap. They don't come with a guarantee. And they definitely don't come easy. Marcus grew up watching his single mother work 3 jobs just to keep the lights on. He saw her sacrifice her entire life so he could have opportunities she never had. And that became his fuel. That became his why. He promised himself that one day, he would give her the life she deserved. He would make her proud. He would show her that all her sacrifices were worth it. So at 22, fresh out of college, with a degree in business, and a heart full of ambition, Marcus decided to start his first venture. He had saved up $3,000 from part-time jobs. He poured every single cent into launching an online clothing brand. He designed the logo himself. He created the website. He invested in inventory. He spent nights packaging orders in his tiny bedroom. And for the first few weeks, he felt unstoppable. This was it. This was his moment. But then reality hit him like a freight train. Sales didn't come. Traffic didn't grow. His ads didn't convert. Months passed, and he was left with boxes of unsold clothes and an empty wallet. His first business failed, and it hurt. It hurt more than he ever imagined. But Marcus told himself, this is just a lesson. This is part of the journey. Successful people face setbacks. This is how to stay motivated. So he got back up. He tried again. This time, he pivoted. He started a social media marketing agency, helping small businesses grow their online presence. He reached out to 100 companies. 95 ignored him. 3 said maybe. 2 became clients. And just when things were starting to look up, both clients left within a month. They said his results weren't good enough. They said they found someone better. And just like that, his second attempt crumbled. Now here's where most people would stop. Here's where most people would say, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm not cut out for entrepreneurship. Maybe I should just get a regular job and play it safe. And Marcus thought about it. He really did. He sat in his apartment one night, scrolling through job postings, wondering if he should just give up on his dream and settle for a 9-to-5 life. But then something inside him refused to let go. He remembered his mother. He remembered the promise he made. He remembered why he started. And he decided that failure wasn't going to define him. Failure was going to refine him. This became his mindset for success. Not hoping for an easy path, but becoming strong enough to walk a difficult one. So Marcus tried again, and again, and again. He started a YouTube channel teaching people about personal finance. It flopped. He launched a dropshipping store. It failed. He tried affiliate marketing. Nothing. He invested in real estate courses and tried flipping properties. Lost money. He started a podcast about self-improvement and personal growth. Nobody listened. Each time he tried something new, he learned a little more. But each time he failed, the weight on his shoulders got a little heavier. People started talking. His old college friends who were now climbing corporate ladders looked at him with pity. His relatives whispered behind his back, saying he was wasting his life. Even his own mother, the woman he was doing all of this for, gently suggested that maybe it was time to be realistic. Maybe it was time to get a stable job. Maybe entrepreneurship just wasn't his calling. And you know what? Those words broke him. Not because they were mean, but because they came from love, from concern, from people who cared about him and didn't want to see him suffer anymore. And for a moment, Marcus believed them. For a moment, he thought they were right. But here's the thing about success after failure. It doesn't happen when everything is perfect. It happens when you're at your lowest and you choose to keep going anyway. One night, Marcus was scrolling through his phone, probably for the millionth time, looking for answers, looking for a sign, looking for anything that would tell him he wasn't crazy for chasing this dream. And he came across a quote. It said, "The only difference between a master and a beginner is that the master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried." And something clicked. Marcus realized he wasn't failing. He was learning. Every single attempt, every single mistake, every single rejection was teaching him something crucial. He was building a skill set that no classroom could ever teach him. He was developing resilience that no motivational speech could ever give him. He was becoming the person who deserved success, even if success hadn't arrived yet. So he made a decision. He stopped chasing quick wins. He stopped jumping from one idea to another, hoping something would magically work. Instead, he decided to go all in on one thing. Something he genuinely cared about. Something that aligned with his strengths and his passion. Marcus decided to combine everything he had learned from his failures and create an online course teaching young entrepreneurs how to build sustainable businesses without burning out. He used his marketing knowledge from the agency. He used his content creation skills from YouTube and podcasting. He used his financial lessons from all the money he had lost. He poured his heart into creating something valuable, something real, something that could actually help people avoid the mistakes he made. But here's the hard part. Even after putting in all that work, his first launch was a disaster. He spent 2 months building the course. He announced it on social media. He sent emails. He created free content to promote it. And you know how many people bought it? 0. Not a single person. Imagine that. Imagine working for months on something you believe in, pouring your soul into it, and having nobody care. That's the reality of pursuing your dreams. That's the reality of trying to build something meaningful. And this was Marcus's 97th attempt at making something work. 97 times he had tried and failed. Most people would have quit right there. Most people would have closed their laptop, deleted everything, and walked away. But Marcus didn't, because by this point, failure wasn't his enemy anymore. Failure was his teacher. And this failure taught him the most important lesson of all. He wasn't failing because his ideas were bad. He was failing because he hadn't built trust yet. He hadn't built an audience. He was trying to sell to strangers who didn't know him, didn't trust him, and had no reason to believe in what he was offering. So Marcus changed his approach completely. Instead of trying to make money immediately, he decided to give value first. He started posting daily motivation on social media. He shared his failures openly. He talked about his struggles, his mindset shifts, his lessons. He showed up every single day, even when nobody was watching, even when engagement was low, even when it felt pointless. And slowly, something started to change. People started paying attention. Not because he was successful, but because he was real, because he was honest, because his story was relatable. People who were also struggling, people who were also chasing dreams and facing rejection, they started following him. They started commenting. They started sharing his posts. 6 months later, Marcus relaunched his course. This time, he didn't sell to strangers. He sold to a community he had built. A community that trusted him because they had watched him show up every single day, rain or shine, success or failure. And this time, it worked. He made his first 10 sales in the first week, then 20 more the next week, then 50. Within 3 months, he had helped over 200 people and made more money than he ever had in his life. Not just enough to pay rent, enough to move into a better apartment, enough to take his mother on a vacation she had always dreamed about, enough to finally breathe. But here's the most beautiful part of this success story. Marcus didn't celebrate because of the money. He celebrated because he had proven something to himself. He had proven that persistence beats talent, that consistency beats luck, that showing up every day, even when nobody believes in you, even when results aren't visible, will eventually lead to a breakthrough. This is what life lessons are made of. Not the highlight reels, not the overnight success stories you see on Instagram, but the real, raw, unglamorous journey of someone who refused to give up. Now, let me ask you something. How many times have you tried something and quit after the first failure? How many times have you told yourself, it's just not meant to be? How many dreams have you buried because they didn't work out immediately? Because here's the truth. The only way you truly fail is if you stop trying. Every setback is setting you up for a comeback. Every rejection is redirecting you towards something better. Every closed door is protecting you from something that wasn't meant for you. Marcus failed 100 times. 100, but he only needed to succeed once to change his entire life. And the same applies to you. You don't need 100 successes. You need one. One breakthrough. One yes. One moment where everything clicks. But you'll never get that moment if you give up at night. So what's the takeaway here? What's the daily motivation you can apply to your own life, starting today? First, redefine failure. Stop seeing it as the end. Start seeing it as feedback. Every failure is telling you something. Either your approach was wrong, your timing was off, or you need to learn a new skill. Listen to what failure is teaching you, and adjust. Second, fall in love with the process, not just the outcome. Marcus didn't succeed because he wanted money. He succeeded because he genuinely cared about helping people. When your why is bigger than your obstacles, nothing can stop you. Third, build before you ask. Don't expect people to support you just because you have a dream. Earn their trust, provide value, show up consistently. The world doesn't owe you success, but the world will reward you if you prove you're serious. And finally, never let other people's timelines dictate your journey. Some people succeed at 25, some at 35, some at 55. Your chapter 1 might be someone else's chapter 20, and that's perfectly okay. Stop comparing. Start competing with the person you were yesterday. If you're watching this right now and you've been thinking about giving up, I want you to pause for a second. I want you to close your eyes and remember why you started. Remember that vision you had. Remember that fire that used to burn inside you. It's still there. It's just buried under doubt, fear, and exhaustion. But it's still there. And all you need to do is take one more step. Just one. Not 100. Just one. Send one more email. Make one more post. Apply to one more opportunity. Try one more time. Because you never know, this could be the one that changes everything. Marcus's story isn't special because he's superhuman. It's special because he's human. He's proof that ordinary people can do extraordinary things if they refuse to quit. He's proof that your background doesn't determine your future. He's proof that failure isn't final unless you decide it is. So here's my challenge to you. Whatever you've been putting off because you're afraid of failing, go do it today. Whatever dream you've been hiding because people told you it's unrealistic, go chase it today. Whatever goal feels impossible, take the first step today. Because the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the decision to keep going when it gets hard. And it will get hard. But that's where champions are made. That's where legends are born. That's where people like Marcus prove that success isn't about luck. It's about endurance. It's about heart. It's about refusing to let your story end in chapter 1. If this story inspired you, if it reminded you of something you needed to hear today, do me a favor. Like this video. Share it with someone who's about to give up. Comment below and tell me what you're working on. Because your dream matters. Your journey matters. And I believe in you, even if nobody else does right now. Remember, the sun always rises. No matter how dark the night gets, morning always comes. Keep going. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. This is Sunny Tells, reminding you to never, ever give up.